Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, subscribers and non-subscribers, welcome back to Tony versus the World. I am your humble and gracious host, Tony, and I want to thank you for coming back to watch another one of my crazy videos. I want to tell you about this time that I randomly ended up in Bahrain, of all places, and it was kind of weird how it happened, but you'll probably be interested why I went there, how I got there, and all the other things that I'm going to tell you after this little intro here. So come on back and let's talk about it. Here we go.
You already know what time it is.
Okay, we're back. So, I randomly ended up in Bahrain, of all places, and let me see, if I remember correctly, I was coming from Istanbul, and I was going to Ethiopia. Yeah, Istanbul to Ethiopia. And what I did was, I was trying to balance out how I was gonna pay for this and the time framing of it. Some of the flights were super long, and some of the flights were super expensive. So I kind of had to weigh my options and figure out what I was going to do. Long story short, what happened was I found a flight that was a little bit longer than what I wanted, but it was at the right price. So I picked that, and it just so happens that it was a layover in Bahrain for almost 24 hours. It was maybe like 21 hours or something like that, but it was really long. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it and just extend my vacation and see what Bahrain's got. Why not, right? All right, so what I did was I went on the old internets and checked YouTube, checked TripAdvisor and all these other places to find out what's in Bahrain, what can I do there, what's to see, what's the popular place to go. And just in my searching, I found that Bahrain has this place called the Bahrain International Circuit. So I heard about it, and what it is they got like this big huge racetrack, and there's actually multiple racetracks that they race F1 cars, they race bikes, they race BMWs, anything that you can imagine, they race there, and it looks amazing. Not to mention, what I found out is they have the largest go-kart track in the world. And I was like, what? Alright, gotta go there. Hands down, no questions asked. Let's go. So I went there, and when I pulled up, I took a picture at the sign. And this was my first indication that, yeah, I'm probably gonna like it here. First of all, it was 7,000 degrees there. It was really hot, and I wasn't expecting that, but it's okay. You know, you get over it after you spend a couple of hours there. It was fine. So I get there, and I actually drove on the racetrack. The go-karts, believe it or not, they're not like the go-karts in the States. These ones are fast. They have go-karts that actually go up to 75 miles per hour, and you know, if you're in Bahrain and you're only going to be there once, why not pick the 75 mile per hour one? So check it out. Here's a couple of shots. Here's a video that I took while I was on the go-kart track in Bahrain International Circuit. Watch the video, come back, and then we're going to talk about some more things about Bahrain. so we're back. If that looked fun, it was. If you guys have a chance to go there, please, please, please do yourself a favor and go to this track. That brings me to my next point, how much it costs. Well, here's a little thing about that I didn't know until I started doing my own research. The Bahraini dinar is, I think, about double, almost triple what the US dollar is. So one of their dollars is worth about $2.60 of our dollars, of American dollars. So that means we're paying double, almost triple the price of whatever you're buying there. So the go-kart session was I did about two or three of them, and you get like maybe 2 or 3 laps per session. And I think the laps were about, or the sessions were about $40 a piece. Well, 40 of their dinar, 40 of Bahraini dinar a piece. So you can kind of do the math. This wasn't cheap, but you know, in the end, like I said before, this was, you know, once in a lifetime. I'm probably not gonna come back here. So I just had to do it. I just took a chance and had to do it. So be prepared. If you guys are ever going to Bahrain, it's not cheap. It's the same, obviously, same thing with the food, same thing with taxi cabs, Uber, whatever you want to do there. Just be prepared. Also be prepared for the heat. Bahrain was a nice place. I got to walk around and see a bunch of things. I got to talk with some guys that actually lived there. Some of the guys that were actually racing with me, they were locals. And, you know, they invited me out to eat. We went out, just talked and, you know, had some fun. You know, I told them where I was from and what I was doing. And, you know, we just had a good time. It was a great time. You know, nothing negative to say about Bahrain. It was just one of those things where, I mean, I really just came on a whim, wanted to do something fun and leave. So after I left the go-kart track, went out to eat with the guys. Of course, you know, being me, I was late. Had to shoot back to my hotel, grab all my stuff together, change my clothes, and take a really quick shower because I was super sweaty. I had to put on a race suit and everything, and a helmet and everything. Took a super quick shower, and then I was right back off to the airport. So this wasn't a long time, but trust me when I tell you, I had so much fun. And you know what? If I'm ever back in that area of the world and I got the chance to stop back there again, you better believe I'm going back there, going back to the track. And I probably want to try the real racetrack where they race the cars, because they have the Lamborghinis and Ferraris that you can drive. You can ride a motorcycle there, and I'm a motorcycle rider, so that's going to be like heaven for me. Hey, if you guys have any questions about Bahrain, if any of you guys been to Bahrain, please comment, subscribe. Let me know. Let me know what you guys have done, and let me know if you guys like this content so I can make some more of it. Come back on next time, because guess what? Like every time, like I always say, I'm just a regular guy and traveling. If I can do this, you can do it too.